Mr. Udhayanidhi Stalin, till recently, your name is also not known to me. Only after you compared our Sanatana Dharma to dengue, malaria, corona, and announced that this dharma should be eradicated or annihilated, I heard about you. This slap given by you to all of us in the name of Sanatana Dharma made us awakened. Neither I am connected to you, nor you are connected to me. I am sitting somewhere in Telangana leading a peaceful life following Sanatana Dharma. But you have pinched all Sanatans so hard for no fault of them and agitated all. Now I have decided to question you about what you think about Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is Karma Yoga, doing karma without expecting any fruit or result and doing the job selflessly. Sanatana Dharma is about realizing the self. It means that we should realize that we are not the body but the soul. In achieving this target, people spend their entire life in realizing the self or Atma. In other words, Sanatans generally do not bother about what is happening around them. They believe that there is God who generates, organizes, and destroys this creation. To sum up, the Sanatans are generally sadhus by mind. That is the reason a Sanatani questioned Alexander, who came to India to conquer, that don't you have enough land in your country? Don't you have enough water in your country? Don't you have enough food in your country? If you say that you have everything in your country, why did you come here? Can you take this piece of land and shift it to your country? Why are you wasting your time? If you still want to conquer this country, do so if you want. This is the behavior and nature of a Sanatani. This is what Sanatana Dharma is. To be precise, Sanatana Dharma says Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. For Sanatanis, the entire world is their family. The Western world, after the recent globalization, called the world a global village. But Sanatanis have reduced this world a very long back into a family rather than a village. And we are the members of this global family. In my view, you are also one of the family members who unfortunately would like to eradicate this family by using by your own means. What you wanted to commit is called familicide. Don't you think? We are not aware of your subsequent clarification behind which you would like to hide. You said that the differences in the Hindu family, Hindu community itself is Sanatana Dharma. I do not agree with this viewpoint also. Differences do exist in the entire creation in form, intelligence, and affordability. Homogeneity is not the rule of this creation. On the contrary, heterogeneity exists everywhere in the world. Don't you agree that this heterogeneity exists even in Christianity as well in Islam? So is the case with Hinduism. For that matter, in one family, all members are not alike. There is difference in the role of every member. They all do different jobs. Generally, a father earns sufficiently for their entire family. The mother takes care of the food requirements of all the family members. The elder son takes care of purchases, while the eldest daughter takes care of the neatness of the house. The younger children learn from the behavior of their elders regarding how to live and support the family. This is Sanatana Dharma. In this process, nobody are exploited. Everyone are behaving naturally and willingly based on Sanatana Dharma. Let me take another example. Let us consider a business. Someone provides capital while some other provide management. Several people work in the business. Someone works in an AC room while someone works with a broomstick. All are working willingly. Nobody is exploiting any other. Similar is the case of Sanatana Dharma. The people in Sanatana Dharma are divided into four varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahmins are teaching the remaining varnas how to get salvation. Kshatriyas save the country and provide government to the country. Vaishyas are farmers and businessmen. Shudras are producers of various goods and services. These varnas are creation of God, not specifically for India nor for Hindus. It is for all. For example, I am living in a Brahmin family. If I don't like this life, I may join the army and become a Kshatriya. You are representing a Kshatriya community, forming the government to Tamil Nadu. If you don't like this life, you may start an industry, converting yourself as Shudra. It is not one way. Shudra may not like the work he is doing and start farming by becoming a Vaishya, or join as soldier by becoming a Kshatriya, or may learn Vedas and become a teacher to teach on salvation. Then he becomes a Brahmin and also gains respect. This is how Sanatana Dharma works. You may wonder how Shudra can become a Brahmin. It is not possible. But in Sanatana Dharma, everything is possible by practice. That is the reason these are called varnas. Do you know what a varna means? It means color. Like colors, the varnas can also be changed. There is no restriction for changing varnas. Can you show one Brahmin family whose relative is not a Shudra? I am not talking about today. You can verify our books, Ramayana, Mahabharata, or any Purana for such relationships. They are existing since ages. In Sanatana Dharma, all varnas are equally respected, all are eligible for salvation. Nobody starts in Sanatana Dharma. We have principles in this community. Those who come to our house are treated as atidhis and they are served food and served with all comforts. Those who are poor will be getting dan or donation from the people who afford. This donation is also not made with a feeling I am donating and this fellow is taking, but it is donated as a service to God. We are supposed to make 5 yajnas every day in our life through which we serve all the people, including devatas, to small creatures around us. I know that you are not agreeing with me because you are taught that we are the community with differences and strong coerces and suppresses the weak. This is the community one disrespects the other. Let me prove that you are 100% wrong. To decide the behavior of any community, how do you decide? By reading their history. But unfortunately, our history was written by people who hated us, who conquered us. The history written by winners on the losers will always be like this. This is the reason we are called as Hindus. The word Hindu in Arabic or Persia is meaning a niche, a thief, a burglar, or having such derogatory meaning. The word India also has such aboriginal meaning like Red Indians, West Indians, like the place where such tribal groups live. What can you expect from the history written by such people? You may question me that we became independent 75 years ago, then why is our history still like this? In addition to foreign cultures like Christianity, Islam, we have another third foreign culture known as communism, which worked in India against the locals. The communists who adopted their culture from two foreign countries also would like to malign our culture like you. They are accountable for our wrong history books. If you want to know about our culture, please read our Itihasas or Puranas. Really speaking, our community was blamed based on past 1,000 years history. Let me explain what happened during this past 1,000 years. 1,000 years back, when an Asura known as Gajini Muhammad came into this country and killed lakhs of people of this country and destroyed our temples, raped our ladies in his endeavor to eradicate this culture. He scared people for their life and converted them into Islam. Several people got converted into Islam to save their life and their lives of their family members. Later on, Mughals came to this country and repeated the same history. Since then, the people learnt how to exploit others, how to live without hygiene, how to scold each other with vulgar words, etc. During this Mughals period, crores of people were killed in genocide. Lakhs of people were converted into Islam. Sanatanis were suffering calmly while some learnt how to fight back. Later, Britishers came. They are not various like Mughals. They are the cunning lot. In this model, they cheated the Mughals and other Indian rulers and occupied this country. In this process, they also killed lakhs and lakhs of people and converted them into Christianity. Your family is also one such family converted. This country was branded that it contains groups of upper classes and lower classes, and they know how to exploit the weak, as if it is only in India. Our political people also believed that this model helps them in dividing and ruling the people. 75 years are over, and we are still in the same mindset. Finally, a person like you came forward to eradicate the entire community. In your Tamil Nadu, Periyar, Annadurai kind of people developed and nurtured Hindu hatredness, and gullible Hindus followed you. And your grandfather and father became chief ministers of the state. Now I learnt that you have also become a minister in the state and maybe a probable chief minister in future. You are a believer that the Western culture is great, but you are forgetting how Western culture destroyed Red Indians, how Mahatma Gandhi was insulted in South Africa. Christianity is just 2000 years old and is occupying hundreds of countries as majority community. Similarly, Islam is occupying more than 50 countries. Don't you understand that this is possible only through oppressing the people living in those countries? We Sanatans never ask anyone to convert into Sanathana Dharma. If people like this life, they themselves start living in this model. Despite this fact that Muslims and Christians attacked Sanatana Dharma for the past 1,000 years and killed crores of people and converted crores of people, we are still 2.5 billion people in this world. It is not that you don't have a proof. When two men or groups fight, you people search the Dalit card to keep the issue alive. The people getting reservations also support your argument for their benefit. If you want to eradicate the Sanatana Dharma, how can you eradicate so many people? Is it by conversion or by killing through a genocide? We, the Sanatans, we are not like this. People understand that even if we are attacked, we show great patience. We look for peace and serve the mankind. Probably, this very nature of Sanatans is giving courage to people like you to speak anything and get away. Sanatana Dharma believes in the principle Sarve Janas Sukhino Bhavantu. How do you think that after eradicating such people, this world will be safe? I will leave it to your consciousness. While I am raising all these questions only to you, I know that you are not alone and there are several people who support your thought process in India. My question, in fact, aiming all of them.